Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Are you an inspiring entrepreneur? Or maybe you're an entrepreneur looking to take your business to the next level. My name is Larry W. Brooks, and I am the author of Empowering Quotes for the Entrepreneur in You and The Entrepreneur Code. In these two books, I guarantee you there's success secrets that will take your business to the next level. I personally invite you to visit LarryWBrooks.com. Go under the books link and purchase your signed personal copy from myself. You have a great day and have an awesome 2020. Pure Hustle is not only a clothing brand, but it is a movement. I personally invite you to visit shoppurehustle.com. How do you survive?
Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Ric Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I urge you to do so at Prime Real Estate Ric. You can follow me at Prime Real Estate Ric on Facebook and Instagram. I urge you to do so if you don't already follow me. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, I urge you to stop by our website at brooksanddavis.com. And if you are not already a Prime Real Estate Network Insider, I urge you to join today. You can become a Prime Real Estate Network Insider by going to our Patreon page at patreon.com/The Prime Real Estate Network. As always, I want to introduce my co-host. Not only is he a Texas real estate broker, he is a serial entrepreneur, a multi-time author, known the world over as the Texas Real Estate King. Here holding it down with Shotgun as always. I want to introduce to the audience my co-host, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. What's up, brother?
Hey, man, Shotgun in the building, baby. What can I tell you?
Hey, man, what's been going on, brother, man? It's been a great week.
It has been, man. I can't complain, man. Things are good. I'm excited about today's show, the episode. I'm excited about how everyone was so welcome and receiving of our 100 episode last week. So, man, it's just been a blessing is to be a part of the podcast and continue to grow daily, man.
I know it, man. I want to thank everyone who supported the podcast from the start and definitely tuned in last week for our 100th episode. One of the things, Larry, that has been a blessing about having and establishing this platform with you is that it's been able to help us build not only our platform brand from a podcasting standpoint, but it's also helped to push the real estate business forward.
That's right.
And I want to thank everyone who's not only works with us from a client's perspective, but also refers clients to us, because referrals are invaluable. And right now, especially in the current climate, Larry, any of those referrals that we actually get have been working great. So I want to thank everybody in the audience for supporting the podcast, man.
Especially the ones, because I've had countless people come up to me and said how they've reached out to the guests that have been on the show and how the guests have been so welcoming and energetic. So for everyone, even the guests that have been on the show, we completely appreciate you, being the person that you are in front of us, having the energy that you have when the people walk up to you. Because I've had countless numbers of people walked up and said, I reached out to such and such. They were very nice. They were kind. I've used their services. I purchased their
I know, because we've had people reach out to us about ordering Pure Noir wines from the Pure Noir Wines website. So that is absolutely true. And I want to thank everyone who supports all of our sponsors and the guests on the podcast. Today's episode is really, really exciting, and I don't want to waste much time because we only have 30 minutes with her. If you are a new aspiring real estate professional, or if you are a more tenured and experienced real estate professional and you're wondering how to take more advantage of this online space, considering that there's so many opportunities online, today's episode is for you. I want to introduce to the Prime Real Estate Network audience Miss J'vonne Lowe, a professional realtor, real estate rock star here in the Houston area, and also, most importantly, a marketing strategist for online content. So thank you so much, J'vonne, for being on the show this week.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Got the applause and everything.
Absolutely.
I love that.
I would thank you so much for sitting down with us, because me and Larry know, especially in the real estate field, Thursdays can be very, very busy. We try to schedule all our closings for Thursdays so that we don't have closings backing up to Friday. So thank you so much for carving out some time with us.
Of course. Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about your real estate practice and your real estate brand. How long have you been practicing real estate here in the greater Houston area, man?
So I've been licensed for a little over 3.5 years, but I have been in the real estate industry since 2011. So started off as a leasing agent, and then of course did the natural transition that many of us do into real estate, exactly, being a real estate salesperson. So
one of the great things about your background in property management is that you had an opportunity before you were actually a licensed realtor to see the real estate business and see how customers and or clients are serviced in the real estate industry. When you were actually working in property management, what did you see that might have been an inefficiency that you thought, when I'm licensed, I'm gonna make sure I fill in that gap for all my clients?
Well, so we would see apartment locators come in all the time, and we would see realtors come in that they just weren't well versed in leasing. They didn't know how the process worked. They were just there with their clients, and then they're like, okay, what's next? Right. But there's so much value that you can add to the process without having to interject yourself into the tour or, taking the leasing agent's job. But I guess just being more on top of your research, I was always, as a person that specializes in leasing, even as a realtor, I was always making sure that I was on top of like new construction, new builds that were coming up, who was offering specials, who was not, who didn't have the best pricing in mind, or just making sure you're staying on top of everything and being real versed and well-rounded. Now
that you've had your license for over 3 years, and this is something, and it's something that me and Larry discuss a lot when we're not actually on the show, is how to push your real estate brand forward, how to be unique, how to be different, how to stand out from the crowd. So when you first became licensed, were you really versed as far as social media and online content creation and production at that time, or is that something that you grew into? Because Larry can speak to this himself, but your online presence is impeccable. The way that you set your brand up online, especially from a real estate and business perspective, is something that we all should at least emulate, if not come to you for a training. So how did you establish those skills, or is that something that you brought into the real estate industry with yourself when you started?
So no, I was not well versed in social media. I would just take pictures with friends and then post them. Yeah. That's pretty much where it stopped. But but then when I first got my license, even when I wasn't even doing real estate full time, my family was like, "Why don't you take pictures while you go visit homes, or why don't you show what you're doing to learn about the industry since you're brand new? Just take pictures in houses or something and post it." And so I started to do that. And then I started to do that more often, and then started creating little videos about, certain tips that I could provide. And then it just kind of went on from there.
Yeah, it's an amazing page. I watched the flow of it and the way that you hit on it. I love real estate pages that have a little bit of business, a little bit of lifestyle, and great imagery, and that's exactly what yours it contains. Great strategy.
That's the goal. That's the goal. To try to interject a little bit of my personal, and of course talk about business, but people want to know who you are. That's right. And that's how you build trust with your clientele. So
one of the my favorite things about your IG page specifically are the how-tos that you provide. And one of the things that I think people undervalue a lot, especially online, especially in the social media space, is the opportunity to educate yourself at no charge. Because you share so many how-to tidbits for free. You give away so much free game that I really wonder how many realtors or real estate professionals in the online space are really like screenshotting what you post and then actually going and putting it into practice. Because, to be totally transparent, as someone who follows your page, I've done that. I've seen things, I was like, okay, I like that. And I've started to structure things in that way. So how often do you get that? As far as a DM, a thank you, because I'm going to say it publicly, thank you, if people don't give you your thank yous like in public. But how often do you get that? And how often do other real estate professionals come to you for your marketing strategies and for consultation on a professional level?
So I get It's funny because when I first posted like how to optimize your social media, I actually got more thank yous than I expected. I didn't expect anyone to say thank you.
Oh, see, that's nice.
I didn't expect anyone to, say anything about it. I just expected people to, like you said, screenshot or bookmark. And, but I got DMs saying, oh, these are great tips. I just got started. Thank you. I'll be reaching out to you soon. And then I actually got people that were setting consultations because they wanted to talk to me a little bit more about their marketing on another level.
Because there's so many people that may follow you, but are a bit too online shy to interact. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure we can take everybody off the hook. Publicly, let's announce that you do professional consultations for those people who want to really get inside tips from you.
That's right.
Let them know, because they can just DM you, schedule that.
That's
and
right.
You do a virtual consultation?
Yes. So I offer social media consulting for agents that want to improve their online presence, or just, they're just not well versed in marketing themselves on social media. And it's really important right now because of the times that we're in. We have to adjust and we have to make ourselves available virtually. So just like I was telling Larry, you have to make sure that people know who you are. Mm-hmm. They can trust you before they even get to know you, trust you enough to reach out to you. And so it's just about making yourself relatable online and, showing the business that you offer, but then also showing a little bit of your personality as well. And just making sure that you have the right tools in place for them to contact you. So like setting up a way for people to book consultations remotely, and automatic scheduling, things like that.
Larry and I, and of course you, we're all in the real estate space, so we've seen our businesses affected positively and or negatively by the coronavirus pandemic. Mm-hmm. For those agents that are meeting you for the first time today on our show, could you talk to them about how your online marketing and social media presence has helped to buoy anything as far as any troughs or issues or challenges as far as real estate and bringing in new customers in the year 2020?
Yes. So I actually did not see a difference in my lead generation. Thank God. I think that
that's powerful.
That's amazing.
It boosted it because people were beginning to turn to social media platforms and turn to just researching online to find realtors. And for people that were already making that their main source of lead generation, it wasn't hard to transition, or it wasn't hard to just put more into what you were already doing. So I was able to just add a few more routes for people to schedule consultations or to speak with me, and I was able to amp up my posting, or just amp up what I was doing, and implement YouTube, and I was able to, I guess, just target my audience a little bit more that way.
No, because the invaluable part of what you just shared is that in real estate, we all know that it's a cyclic industry. Mm-hmm. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be successes, there's going to be challenges. But having an online presence that can consistently generate X number of leads a month helps you to right size your business and helps you to project ahead.
Exactly.
So that's something that I think all agents should reach out to you as far as at least scheduling and talking to you about how to best right size and be able to project and have an idea of how to generate a certain number of leads on a consistent basis. But when we come back from our first break, I want to talk to you a little bit about your life before real estate. Something that Larry and I think is pretty funny is how often we meet guests on our show, and they are so well-versed, so experienced, so polished at the time we actually have them on the podcast that it's hard for our audience to envision how they were when they first started. Right. So I want to talk to the audience and allow you to elaborate on your evolution and the path that you had to travel to get to where you are today, if you don't mind.
I would love that.
Well, thank you so much. Everyone, we're going to take a short break to hear from our sponsors. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back to the Prime Real Estate Network.
My name is Carissa Stevens, and I'm the proud co-owner of Pure Noir Wines.
And I'm Kenneth Stevens, also a proud co-owner of Pure Noir Wines.
Pure Noir is an ultra-premium wine brand based out of Houston, Texas, with our wines fenced and bottled in the world-famous winemaking region of Napa Valley, California.
Yes, we're bringing you 3 varietals. One is a red blend that is Petite Syrah based, on a Pinot Gris or a Pinot Grigio, and we're doing a rosé.
We basically got into wine because it was something we were both very passionate about. We're both serial entrepreneurs, and we have been. In fact, that's what brought us together many years ago in college, a business management internship.
We pretty much knew we wanted to make a product because all of our businesses up until, before this one were service-based. And she had her own thing going, I had my own thing going, and we said, look, we need to build something together if we're going to be working all the time. And so we started looking at the things that she and I cared about, that we were passionate about, and 2 things that we loved were food and wine. And so, we did the research. We started looking into what it took to make wine, but we also looked into the business aspect of it. So we decided to
make wine.
The main thing is that we create experiences around our wine. So it's not only about a high quality product, but it's about creating unforgettable and memorable experiences.
So much to the point that when you become a customer of Pure Noir and you have your bottle, with our Admit One program and our Keep the Cork campaign, you can keep your cork and it will grant you access to one of our events.
Of course, there's a wine club.
Yes, there's a wine club.
Definitely. We have a wine club that is going to treat our customers and members of the wine club as VIP. You're going to get discounts on shipping. You're going to get auto-shipped wine. And you're going to get discounts on retail wine whenever you go and order from our website.
Our wines are available online, and you can get your cases and your bottles online at www.purenoirwines.com. That's www.purenoirewines.com, and it will ship direct to your doorstep with care.
Yes, we ship to 44 states throughout the United States, and so all you got to do is go online, look, and place your order.
So get your bottles, get your cases, and cheers!
Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. You can follow me at Prime Real Estate Rick on Facebook and Instagram. I urge everyone to subscribe to the Prime Real Estate Network channel on YouTube. And if you are into listening to audio podcasts, the Prime Real Estate Network has episodes streaming every day, 24/7 on Spotify, Google Play, and iTunes. I urge everyone to go and subscribe to those channels on those platforms today to support the Prime Real Estate Network. As always, my co-host, the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, hanging it down, holding it down with us. Bro, how you doing?
Roll it, man. I'm enjoying the show today, man. We got all this good energy popping in here, all this knowledge shooting around the building. Look here. It's just hitting me from every angle. What can I tell you?
Now, it's funny, man. It's super cool that we're getting such a positive response in the chat rooms online, especially on our Facebook page, man. So I want to thank everybody who's checking us out on Facebook Live for holding it down with us this week. Our guest is Miss J'vonne Lowe, professional realtor, real estate marketing specialist, and also she is the local real estate rock star here in Houston, Texas, with an outstanding online presence. And today she's sharing some of her jewels and tidbits on how all us real estate professionals can hope to aspire to have something like she got going online right now. So thank you for sitting there with us, Ms. Lowe.
Thank you. Thank you for the intro.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, that's what he do.
That's his thing.
That guy got an intro, though.
No, but for real, thank you so much for being in with us, because there are so many people, and I'm sure you get this a lot, people who are newly licensed, thinking about getting licensed, or just paid for their real estate school. And I wish when I first was licensed, I had someone like you to use as a resource on how to properly set up my online presence and social media presence as well, because I've been in the industry so long now that all of these things were something that started after I thought I knew what I was doing.
Right.
So everything since then has been like learn as you go. So I use you personally as a resource. So everything that you put out there is from a how-to, tips and tricks standpoint is absolutely invaluable. But I want to talk to you a little bit about your background, because when people meet you now, clients, service providers, I think that they may not understand what you've had to experience, learn, and go through to evolve to what you are now from a businesswoman perspective and entrepreneurial perspective. So can you talk to the audience a little bit about what you did before real estate?
Yes. So I actually started my real estate career in 2011. I started off as a part-time leasing agent while in college, and then I worked my way up. I graduated, then worked my way up to being a property manager. And then my last full-time job before I went into real estate full-time, I was an opening manager. So I would travel every other week to Denver. I was opening a property that was new construction, had a nice paycheck, and then got tired of sitting in that corporate office, even though I was there, every other week, just being the youngest person there, one of 3 Black people in the building. It just got to be old really fast.
Especially in Denver.
Yes, especially in Denver. So yeah, but I enjoyed the experience, and then one day I just decided to go into it full time.
So now this is the really cool part about having this platform and sitting in this chair, because I've asked, and this is episode 101, Larry.
That's 101.
I've asked 100 previous business professionals and entrepreneurs the same question. I'll ask it to you now. Who, when you think back to your childhood, it could be a member of the family, personal friend, who do you think from an entrepreneurial and business perspective might have lit that spark in you that showed you that entrepreneurship and trailblazing is something that you could do to take care of your life and push your future forward?
Hands down, my Auntie Corey.
Okay, Auntie Corey. Give Auntie Corey her love right now.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Come on.
But my aunt, actually, when she was 29, so I'm the same age right now, but when she was 29, she started a business. She's a nurse by trade, and she started a DNA testing company, so does paternity testing, drug testing, all of that. I was there when she started.
That's remember next level, right?
I was putting the labels on the cars that she would leave in like women's bathrooms, and I remember when she would get excited about being on Magic 102 as like one of the ads that would come in. Right. So I just saw her grow from what it was then to now. Now it's running on pretty much, it's a well-oiled machine, and it's a 20-year-old business now. So just if I could get a piece of the growth that she had, from start to now, I'm good.
Now, see, you've had such a stark evolution, and it's helped you. You've gone through the stairs of success, and you've taken the right steps, and you haven't really tried to circumvent the process. But if you could go back to yourself, maybe 2012, 2013. What advice would you give yourself that you think would help put you ahead of the game when you started doing your entrepreneur and businesswoman thing?
Definitely.
2013. Party more. That's what I mean.
No, party less. Party less.
Focus more.
Party less. Focus more. And then have a game plan, because I did not have a plan. Like I said, I was just tired of sitting in that office, and I was like, you know what? I'm good. I got some money in the bank, and money runs out fast when you don't have a plan to go with it.
Right.
And so I found myself getting frustrated, and I did not have mentors in place. Like I said, I didn't have the plan. And I feel like if I did have those things in place, I would be a little bit further along. Not saying that I would avoid the struggles or, the learning curve, because that's going to come no matter what. And you want that. But I would definitely have some sort of plan and have some mentors that could have been some, guidance for me.
No, because the reason we ask this question is because I want members of our audience that are exactly in the same place that you were in when you were 23, 24, 25. And I want to at least provide them the opportunity to use you as a beacon of inspiration, because it's so easy to see you now and be like, oh my God, I don't know if I'll ever be that way. But there was, I don't know if I could ever be that successful. Because you'll be surprised that what you don't know is what you don't know.
That's right.
So that's why I urge everyone who listens to this episode, sees us online, to actually follow you, take advantage of those tidbits that you provide for free, but most importantly, reach out to you for personal and professional consultations, because that's what it's going to take their business to the next level.
That's right.
But I must also ask, if there's anyone who saw this episode who would like to meet you personally, is there anything that you're doing in and around the Houston area this weekend where people can come out and meet Miss J'vonne Lowe?
Yes, so I'm actually doing an open house this weekend. I'm doing an open house.
The lifeblood of any great real estate career.
Look, it's amazing that you get so. Let me do the small plug real quick.
Okay,
y'all need to hear this small plug, right?
Right. Plug.
For you people that are in real estate and y'all are not finding a way to spend some time hosting open houses, that's a problem. Now I get it once you've gotten to where you're almost of a status of a broker where you have a large team and your team is doing it. But if you're a realtor, you're producing in this business, you need to be hosting open houses as often as you most possibly can. Then you'll look up one day and you'll be saturated with business. Just my point. Take it or not take it. It's 20 years in the game you're looking at right here. Take it or not take it. I'm just saying.
Come on now, Ms. Lowe. Tell them about your open house, cuz.
I'm sorry. I got because I watched her open houses like as she streamed some of them, and they're amazing. And now it just kind of shows the type of person she is, the caliber of business that she has now, and what is going to grow and look into. And when we got her on this show 5 years from now, and she's like, yeah, I remember that. And we got a whole team behind her. You know what I'm saying?
We gonna have 6 or 7 chairs. Oh, you bring the whole team.
Bring the whole team. You know,
absolutely, you got to bring the whole team.
That's all I'm saying. I just see it.
And just real quick though, talk about why it's so important that you still do your own open houses.
Because I feel like, and I told my mom this because she's like, why don't you just rest? I'm like, no, you can't rest until you get to the point that you do need to rest sometimes. But I think that if there's a day on the weekend that a real estate agent has open, I think you should plug in something, whether it's visiting a builder, hosting an open house, getting to know an area. You need to be doing something because we always have room to get better.
Some gems, people. She dropping gems on you right there. Hey, she just gave y'all a little seat. Free game. Let's go.
Free game.
Come on.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lowe, for sitting in with us because, once again, I know how busy your schedule is, and I do know it's Thursday. Larry and I have been throwing the ball back and forth about trying to figure out some time to get you to sit in with us, man. So I want to thank you so much because I'm sure the audience loves it, and I'm sure we'll get such a great response from this that we'd have to have you back again.
Well, thank you so much.
Did we say
where
it was at? Where the open house was at?
Yes, so the open house is at 4114 Woodfin. It's in it's on the west side. It's in the Westwood neighborhood. 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It's a beautiful home. So definitely stop by. I'll be there with refreshments, and you can take a look at the house.
And share with the audience your IG handle so they can follow you and stay abreast of all this information.
Yes. So my IG is at J'vonne Lowe. It's at JVONNELOWE. And you can find me there on Instagram and as well as my Facebook business page.
Man, thank you so much, man. It's been an honor and a pleasure to interview you today. Thanks for sitting in with us.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
As always, Mr. Brooks.
Yes, sir.
What you got popping this weekend? What you want to let the people know we got going? Where can they meet and greet and shake hands and have opportunity to interact with the Texas real estate?
I'm going to the open house.
And there it is.
Y'all can find me at the open house. I'm coming by the open house, man. Come by.
Nah, you playing games. I'm coming by the open house too.
If y'all mention the Prime Real Estate Network, I'll have some books and stuff like that with me. I'm giving away some free gifts.
You are more than welcome to stop by. I would love that.
Y'all make sure y'all come by the open house. Tell your friends and associates that you know they're in the market to purchase. Come by the open house. Meet Miss Lowe. Meet myself, Rick. I'm going to be in there. I'll have some free giveaways with me. That's how we'll do it. That's what
we'll show some love, man. We'll show a little love this weekend, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So on behalf of myself, the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, I want to thank Ms. J'vonne Lowe for being our guest this week. As always, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate, please visit us at brooksanddavis.com. If you want to meet me directly and you'd like to schedule a buyer consultation and tour, DM me on Instagram. You can DM me on Facebook, and we'll get that set up for you immediately. I want to thank everyone for tuning into the Prime Real Estate Network podcast, and we'll see you all next Thursday. Be blessed.
Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC is marketing a property for sale right now that you can buy. These properties range from land lots for under $20,000 to move-in ready homes $500,000 and more, along with everything in between. To see this week's list of properties for sale you can buy now, go to bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. That's bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. If you plan on selling some real estate and you need it on the weekly list, call 713-665-8329 to speak with someone about it.